Take my hand, oh Abba Father, show me what you say. Guide me from within my spirit, I will let you lead.
What is going on, y'all? So today I've got a special guest. I've got Lucas Levin here painting with me, and without further ado, let's get him on. We're gonna have a blast, and it's just gonna be painting whatever comes to mind at this point. Go. So,
Hey.
for those of y'all that don't know him, he is an awesome surreal painter. Paints whatever comes to his dreams, and he just paints whatever that is. And he's done a couple of them. One of them was a few prophets, I think it was 5 prophets that he saw in his dreams, and one from basically every different nation. And he did one of like an angel with a fiery banner that twirls around, which is freaking awesome. That one was cool. And then he did one, which I expect to be a sequel. He did one with a door. Hey, John Bell.
I did.
Brandon. Or Brenda. Goodness. I'm not reading straight. Then we got John. What's going on, John? Good to see you, man. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you. Appreciate it. John said you are a talented artist, Jared. Appreciate that.
Yes, he is. Hey, John, how are you doing, sir?
So what are you going to be painting, or what do you think you're going to paint today?
I got a couple in a series that I'm doing right now. I had a dream about owls.
Oh.
And yeah, so I did a character drawing the other night, and this was the first one in the grouping, and he just has a little confused look. I put a tag on it the other night with this is how I look when the camera comes out to take pictures. I take terrible pictures, when I'm in it and that kind of stuff. But so I'm working on a new one, and that stuff. Hey, John, good to see you, buddy. And we're sharing from which page now? So I'm doing this all that.
From the art page, so you can send it to wherever. I was just starting this from my personal art page.
Cool. We'll do that.
Go right ahead. Appreciate it. Oh, John painted something yesterday. Yes. Speaking of which, I got one coming your way. It's going to be, I think I'm going to ship it out on the 15th. Be expecting.
Nice. You mentioned the Gates picture I did the other day.
Yes.
That sold within 20 minutes of putting it up.
Dang.
That's it was awesome. Like, what? I had like people going, I had like 3 or 4 offers really quick, and I was like, okay, what do you guys want to do? And it was gone. And then I had another person, would you do it again? So I'm going to be painting that one again, actually. They want a bigger version of it, though. So that's going to take a little bit of time. And that's such. This one the other night, I had someone offer me $200 for this one. And it's a little painting. And I've been drawing. That's the thing I've been focusing on lately is growing in my technique with drawing. Because that's something that, I would say 4 months, 5 months ago, I could barely draw a stick figure. Because that's just not ever been my thing. I've painted before, but not drawn. But I started working on my drawing technique, and it's changed quite a bit. And it's actually added to my painting, so it's been fun.
Oh, shoot. I want to bring this comment up earlier.
Owl on steroids. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I just like, I don't know, for some reason in the paintings that I do, there's a little bit of a cartoon-esque on some of them. And I don't know, that's just something I like to do with this. But I love his eyes. That's my favorite part of the guy. He has that, like, what the heck is happening kind of look. And I love it. So
It has about the same facial as the cow paint or the steer painting that I did the other day with Darren.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, whenever I saw Darren like whip out one of his cows in like 30 minutes, I was like, what?
Yeah.
So the cow pretty much had the same expression. It was like, huh? Huh?
I'll not this on so I can see comments.
Well, does your not good night English is not happening right now? Does your not pop up right now?
I see them on the screen, but I can't write in. Like when I'm hosting, I can write in and that kind of stuff. But when I'm on with somebody, I can't.
You have a laptop right in front of you?
I do.
What you could do is have it in another screen, get out on your Facebook profile, and just watch from there, and then start. Now, granted, mute yourself.
I have it going on my phone, so I watch my phone and this at the same time. It's a little bit crazy though. There's a lot of folks don't understand this, that when you do StreamYard, we're sometimes 30, 40 seconds ahead of people.
This is true.
And so, like, you can be preaching and you can have a really great point, and then it's like pause, 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 and then somebody says something, and you're like, okay. So you have to really work on it when you're.
Your memory increases drastically.
Yeah, it has a whole different feel to it. Oh, that's interesting.
So, cool story I want to share. On Sunday, I was fully intending to sell one of my paintings, or one of the many paintings that I brought to church, just to show, and then I ended up giving two away because, like, I don't know, I just felt like these people deserve to have one,
Right.
even if they couldn't afford it. There was a boy. This kind of reminded me of my childhood, so I was like, yeah, no, this kid's getting one. He was drawing by himself. I didn't know he was an artist the last time he talked to me. That was about 2 weeks ago. And 1 second, someone's commenting about my facials. I think I must address this real quick.
There you go.
Love the expressions.
There you go.
Yes. You'll get lots of those. This is just, it's minor compared to when I'm actually fully awake. I don't even remember what I was saying. I think it was something to do with, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there was a kid. Let me mix paint while I'm talking so that I can actually do something productive. So there was a kid. He was walking over to my easel, and it was like the first or second time I painted in church, and he was complimenting my work. And then the third time he came over and talked to me, he was like asking me if his mom could buy one of his paintings. I was like, yeah, she can buy one of my paintings. And then I was like, wait a second. I want to give this kid one of my paintings.
Right.
Because when I was younger, there was a master artist in Texas. His name's Dalhart Winberg. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's over in Georgetown. And his paintings look like photographs. That's how amazing they are. And I was looking in his trash one day when I was visiting this, well, actually learning under him, and he threw away a canvas print. And I was like, what? Why? Why'd you throw that away? He was like, oh, yeah, this is just, it's messed up. I was like, how's it messed up? He's like, it's your, there's an ink stain that was microscopic that ran down the middle to where the printer messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, could I have it? my dad was like, "Hey, you should get that." And I was like he was telling me how much he wanted it, and I was like, "I want it too. I don't blame you. It's a waste." And I was like, "Can I have it?" He's like, "Trash." Then he's like, "No, you can have it." I was like, "Oh." And it was a canvas print, a limited edition one. Even though it was messed up, I was like, "Score!" But that seriously blessed me and made a huge mark through the rest of my life.
Sure.
So I kind of want to bless the socks off of kids myself.
I had a similar situation happen, not with art, but with music, because I play a lot and I write. And I met Kent Henry a long time ago. Gosh, I met him when I was little, but maybe when I was about 13, saw him again. And I was talking to him at his book table afterwards. And he literally just took one of everything on his book table, which was about 15 things, and just gave it to me. Because he knew I didn't have any money and that stuff, and just was just really awesome. And I mean, he's an awesome guy anyways. But yeah.
That's super.
I think it's important that we do that, especially with kids, because I do that with product at the table a lot. If I see a kid who's hungry for God, that kind of stuff. Because the younger someone starts and when they get turned on, man, they can just really run with it, you know? And I think that's really important. Okay, now you paint with a there you go. You paint with your metal thing, right?
Oh, my metal thing, yes. I paint with a metal thing.
Yeah. That's the technical term.
Shoot. I'm blanking. Palette knife.
Yeah.
You're going to get educated today.
There you go.
Oh, goodness.
I don't paint with that way.
No, it takes practice. The first time I picked one up, dude, it was with acrylics. And I was fighting to mix fast enough because those are, as you probably have discovered recently, they dry within 30 seconds. And that's not fun when you're trying to mix with this thing. It's not forgiving. Sorry, go ahead. I interrupted.
No, that's I'm mixing paint right now and getting some of my colors ready. And yeah.
So what colors do you typically work with?
It depends. I have certain colors that I like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have other colors that they kind of grow on you, whatever. That kind of thing. And forgive me, I'm painting on my table at the moment because I'm just doing background painting, and then I'll pop it up on the easel.
You're good. I used to paint on my table too.
But I've just been giving my outline to my owl and drawing it out. And then give me kind of parameters for what I do. I don't do detailed drawings, but it gives me ideas of placement and that stuff. And I've learned a cool trick. I was painting with a guy, and he always sprays the back of his paintings.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing that, and man, boy, did that make painting a lot easier.
Spraying your painting. Oh, you mean with water?
Yeah, with water. And I love this. This is my favorite sprayer because it does it like a mist.
That's how it's supposed to be, actually. That's good.
Yeah, and it was a little bit more expensive, but I mean, a little bit more expensive would be like $9, but no. But so I spray the back of my paintings, and it just does.
Oh, you spray the back?
Yeah, not the front, the back.
That's smart. So it soaks through, and on
It
top of
soaks
that,
through and-
it contracts the canvas.
Yeah. And that's been a real change in some of the stuff I've done recently.
Who taught you that? I forget. You just said that.
Yeah, it was a guy. His name was John. I met him out, and he's a professional painter.
That
He
that
does.
explains it.
I mean, he does gallery stuff, whatever. And he's like, I never spray the front of my picture, but I heavy soak the back. And he goes, I have a humidity thing, which I do now. Where I'm at, I keep a humidity thing,
That's
and because paint dries so quickly, and I mean I'm barely putting on, but it's flying the paint because of the back. But I always do my backgrounds kind of sloppy. On purpose, because I never, the idea that's in the beginning is never the idea in the end, and it gives me ideas to go from.
Yeah, no, I 100% get that. That's actually a good thing, because if you work very, very broad to specific, or very broad to detailed, that's actually how you're supposed to paint. You're unintentionally doing something that's professional.
Right.
Learning good habits early.
We'll see.
No, that's a good habit to pick up, even if you don't realize it. Now to see what the heck I'm going to paint. Oh yeah, Brenda, I had a comment to make. If you want to paint like us, just get out your paints, get out your brushes, get out your canvas, and just start painting. That's literally how I started. No, I take that back. I started when I was in high school, and I was forced to, and I didn't want to. And then the art teacher was like, "Nope, you're going to paint." And I was like, "No." And I was forced to paint for 2 whole months on a donkey.
What?
Yeah. I love my art teacher. She's to this day one of my strongest art mentors. It was my freshman year art teacher. I only met her and had her for art for a year. And she was honestly the most patient woman in the world to put up with my grumpy butt. Back then, I was not a very happy camper, but art was one of the only ways that people could connect with me, or video games, or soccer. I was not very social back then. And she had 2 things on me. 1, she was a way better artist than me. 2, she was my teacher, so I had to listen one way or the other.
Right.
She knew how to talk to people in a very gentle way, but also be I'm not going to say stern, because she was very quiet or very gentle and soft the entire time, but she knew how to deal with strong-willed children.
There you go.
And that is exactly what I was, or still am, but I'm not a child. Well, I guess I am a man-child after all, so never mind. I can't say
We're
that.
all children at heart.
Okay.
I have 2 teenagers and then a soon-to-be 2-year-old, and so it's a wave of whatever. You have to be childlike, and that stuff. My daughter is a way better painter than I am.
Which one?
Oldest one's Scarlett. She can paint. It just comes very, very natural. She's been painting those since she was very, very little. And
That's
and
probably why.
she just has a natural, something to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she painted a really cool thing the other day with the demonic. She was painting a demonic demon looking into the light but cowering. And I was like, how did you think that one up? And
That's actually kind of smart. You must have seen someone manifesting, and then that manifestation saw God, and they were terrified.
yeah, she has a.
Ooh, I like that. I'll go like that.
Okay, so what's your picture here?
Give me 1 second. I actually have to find a place for my palette and stuff.
Okay.
It's 24 by 36, so it's really big. So it's actually a commission. I was hired for it last night when I showed off a few of my night scenes. So I'm going to do my best to kind of get y'all in close, but just backing up a little bit. It's actually a few mountain ranges. Well, actually, I'm not even sure if these are considered mountains. They're just gigantic, colossal rocks. But over here, I had mountain ranges, and then a kind of like shoreline with a lake. And then right here, I've got my moon. Then I've got, oh goodness, am I even pointing at it? No, I'm not. I'm terrible at cinematography when I'm doing this backwards. I'm going to flip this sucker around. Got it. All right. Flip this sucker around real quick. Here we go. Oh, and John, I don't think I forgot about you. I do want to see or hear about your painting. But this is 3 gigantor cliffs, and you can't actually see all the color on this, unfortunately, because of the glare. The glare is just obnoxious. But I've got 3 colossal cliffs, bigger than the mountain range over here on the right-hand side.
That is cool.
And I used yellow and, well, actually it's more like dark greens, like almost a phthalo green, but I mixed it up with crimson, just a tiny bit of crimson, blue, ultramarine blue, yellow, and then some white to kind of milk it up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I used crimsons, like more towards the purple and red side in the shadows, because at night your shadows aren't actually towards the blue side, they're more towards the red side. It's just something that someone actually brought to my attention, because I always use blues in shadows, but that's because it's daytime, they look like blue. But at the nighttime, if you actually pay real close attention, your shadows look like they're red, or towards the red side. They're warmer shadows, not cooler shadows. Brenda made a funny comment earlier. You want to take a look up there?
Where'd she go?
No. Here's the comment. You got it?
I want to adopt you guys as my grandsons. Sure, we'll do it.
Cracks me up. So, right here, I've got. I am obsessed with waterfalls for whatever reason. I love painting them. Oh, here we go. Better coloration. So I just have to do it at a downwards angle to cut the glare. There you go. Now you can see the color just a little bit better. Not amazing, but you can see it. I use purples, greens, reds. And then sometimes I don't even paint on it. I just let the background color kind of show through.
Mm-hmm.
To collect like light off of the surfaces. So much fun. And then right here, this right here, this little edge, actually reminded me that I painted this in a dream a couple weeks ago. It was crazy. Miles killed me.
Is Miles on
like,
here?
Yeah, he's like, Lucas, you can prophesy and paint?
I can. I can. Miles, I see you and me having dinner soon. I actually sent Miles a message earlier. So check your messages, buddy.
Yeah, I had a dream about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, about this exact painting. God's been doing that with me a lot lately. I've had 3 or 4 different paintings, and I just started painting it, and I didn't even realize it was from my dreams. But when I got like halfway through, I realized what it was because of a certain part of it. And in this particular case, it was oh goodness, unhighlight. There we go. Oh, it's not going to work. Stop. There we go. In this particular case, it was this warm, kind of ledge-looking thing. Right here. It just reminded me, I was like, holy crap, these 3 ledges and then this one warm, kind of greenish ledge was straight out of a dream. And I did that on one of my sand dune paintings. I did that on that. I can't even call it a cow. It doesn't look like a cow. One of my cow paintings. And then, one second. Do you guys paint during church services? I've been seeing a guy at my church who is doing it. Yeah, actually, I do. I painted 2 of them at my church service recently.
That's cool. I never get to do that stuff. I'm always preaching and that kind of stuff. But I love it. I love it when there's art. There's a church up in Pennsylvania in Harrisburg.
Mm-hmm.
They do something really cool, and I love this. Their church looks like an art gallery. They probably have 15, 20, 25 people that are like, your skill level of painting and that kind of stuff. And so they paint throughout the whole year. Then at the end of the year, they do an auction off.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then they pick an area of ministry of what to bless into and that kind of stuff. And it's really cool, some of the stuff that comes out. And but there's such a diversity of artists in there. So it's pretty crazy.
Sorry, I'm having a struggle bus with the phone. I'm using the phone as the camera.
Oh.
It just makes things easier for... Well, actually, it doesn't make things easier at this point. But I kind of grabbed it and pinched, and then everything just spread out. And I'm using Safari.
Right.
So it was like, oh, you want to exit? It's like, oh, no. Don't do that. Please.
I love it.
Please don't do that. It's not funny. So actually, now that you mention it about the churches having different, what was it, like auctions. So our church, they're actually giving away a lot of their art. I think it's next week or the week after. I guess they have an overload of artwork. And I just recently gave the pastors one of my paintings that I did at church. Actually it wasn't recent. It was about 2 months ago. 1 month ago? 1 month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that's not one of the paintings they're giving away. I know I did it fast, but please don't give that away. Keep it for at least a year before you do that. But I've seen some of their artwork, and it's ridiculous. Like, painters that make me look like I just started. Oh, yeah. To answer your question, Winona? Winona? Yes, I do go to Vision Church. That is where I go to church. I am over in Florida. Even though I'm from Texas, just like Luke. Well, actually, I can't even say you're from Texas. You're from Sweden, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I was born in Washington State. My whole family's Swedish. They had just moved over to the U.S.
Yeah, you're adopted into Texas. It's too late.
Yeah, I've spent a large chunk of my life here, but I've lived in a lot of places. I've lived in England. Yeah, my wife and I pastored there, two different churches, and I've lived in Florida, Baltimore, North Carolina, Missouri, California, Washington, and then I've traveled. I've been to every state minus Alaska and Hawaii. I've been to Canada, Mexico, parts of South America, pretty much all of Europe, some towards the Baltic states, over towards Russia, and then a good chunk of the Middle East and Africa. So I travel a lot. I mean, last year I was on the road for 49 weeks of the year.
Ooh, dude. That's a really freaking long time. I bet that was a good time, though.
Yeah, that's not right. Yeah, it there we go.
What's going on with the canvas?
Oh, I did the eye wrong. It's
So
very
are you trying to get them perfectly round or something?
no. They're different eyes. One is round while one is oval. That's to get that look, and so we'll see how it comes around.
Hello, Heidi. Good to see you.
Tracy says 49 weeks of jet lag.
Wait,
yeah, what stinks is the airlines are not like they used to be. So the miles, you have to. I mean, I fly a lot, but it's not as cool as it used to be. You don't get the same perks. But I do have cool perks with hotels though, because they give points more generously. And so Jared just came back from Seacrest Beach.
No, I think he came from Seacrest Beach. I did not. I'm trying to think of where that is. I'm going off of 3 hours of sleep right now, so my geography skills are bad enough as it is, but with no sleep, they don't exist.
Right.
I know Texas and Florida. Does that count?
There you go. There you go.
Seacrest Beach. I feel like that's somewhere in the Panhandle. But that's awesome. I hope you have pictures. You best be showing them. Once I get to Georgia, I plan to come. Their church is actually close to Destin. Isn't it just south of Destin? If I'm not mistaken, it's just south of Destin. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty close to my church. I really wish I didn't have my phone as the camera right now because I would use it to open up maps.
Where are we talking about?
Seacrest Beach. It's in Florida. I know that's like, now that he mentions it, it's close to Destin. I think it's, we can't see Lucas painting. He's cheating. I read.
That's where I'm at right now. Secretly, I'm having my daughter paint for me. I'm just, talking. It's really my daughter painting.
Red's right. You've got to stop that. Just moving your hand just to make it look like it's...
Yeah, I'm just doing this to make it look
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Santa Rosa Beach, that's right next to my church. I know exactly what you're talking about. Dude, why didn't you say you were here? Holy crap, I would have come and visited you. He was literally within driving distance of me.
Really? See, there you go.
Yeah.
He was though having it was his anniversary, all that kind of jazz. So.
Oh no, I would not have come and visited that. Mm-mm. That's special time. I might have painted something and gone up there and been like, "Happy anniversary," thrown it at him, run away. Hey, Courtney, I see you. See ya. Everybody with the waving emojis. Unclick. Gonna go back to Panama City Beach on the 19th, hoping to get alone with God and sleep a lot. I like the prospect of sleeping a lot too. Being that I've running off of 3 hours of sleep right now. No, actually, I've got a lot more energy right now. Now that I got like an extra 20 minutes of like just getting shut eye. Even though I didn't sleep too much, I slept for maybe like 10 minutes. That little power nap did me good.
I can't do those. The other day, I fell asleep. It was last week before a broadcast, and I was just so out of it.
You got to give yourself like, I think it's 30 minutes to an hour to wake back up from those. It's something ridiculous.
Yeah, it was one of those naps where I was like, where am I? What's going on?
What?
You know, and that kind of stuff. All right, starting to take form.
All right, am I painting? Yes, I was painting all night. I was up until 5:30 in the morning painting, and then I realized I should probably get some sleep just in case my boss called me in for work. And that, guess what? 4 hours, math. 3 hours later, I got called in. Happens when you work for the government. Yeah, I was painting this all night. This took me a minute. But I wanted to work on this as fast as possible because once the blue dries, and it dries super fast for oil paint. That's the thing. If you have Hobby Lobby paints and you have ultramarine blue, that paint is probably the fastest drying paint in existence. It will dry overnight. And it sure enough dried overnight. But that's okay because it's in a color that I actually want. And I got most of the canvas blocked in. Actually, no, I blocked in all the canvas, but I didn't get all the formations down. So like right now I'm in the middle of that. So I'm gonna form some sort of rock formation right here. Maybe have, I don't know if I'm gonna have a rock right in this area, but I'm definitely gonna have some sort of like waterfall right here, or at least the start of one. I want some sort of water coming through here. I like water. Water's my favorite thing to paint.
Brenda says, what was your first painting?
My first painting? I had a few of them, but I know for a fact back in high school when I first started oil painting, it was a daggum rooster. I made a rooster, and Virginia Vaughn, she was my teacher at the time. She's a professional teacher down in Texas, she was like, all right, it's time for a chicken clinic. And I was like, what's that? She's like, you're going to be painting with oil paints and you're going to be painting a chicken. I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. She's like, oh, you don't have a choice. I was like, oh. Because I was just all about the drawing back then. But
Right.
I'm glad I got exposed to the painting too, because the textures is half of what I like about it. Because if you paint real thick, you can just touch it and just be like, oh, it's so thick. You can feel it. It's nice. Acrylics, you can do that to an extent, but you can get it really thick with all the mediums that you can use in oils. And you don't have to work as fast. That's the thing. You can work really fast with it if you use like certain mediums like oil, like you use extra oil and just glaze the entire canvas before using it. It's what Bob Ross calls wet on wet technique, or using like liquid clear or liquid white. It's basically just you're just putting either straight up oil on it, like linseed oil, or you're using a lot of linseed oil with like a thin amount of paint, and you mix it together and then slap it on the canvas. That's how it works. I had to makeshift that stuff when I got here after the hurricane, because I was part of the cleanup crew.
Right.
Board. But we had a Hobby Lobby buy that actually survived and stayed open. So I went and bought a whole bunch of supplies.
Right. Here's an update.
I'm talking Greek to you. Oh.
What?
I was explaining the oil process, or the painting process, and I guess I started speaking advanced terms.
No, you were great. I don't do oil paintings.
Well, look at Brenda's comment. She's like, "You talking Greek to me?" I was like,
now we could have biblical Greek conversations. That I could have. I actually taught that at the college level.
I don't speak Greek. I speak Hebrew. That's it.
Really?
I learned it from the Israeli army when I was originally signed up. So I'm in the Air Force. I signed up for crypto. Actually, I can't tell you that job. I was a linguist. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
And I chose Hebrew as my third language, Russian as my second or fourth, and then Chinese and Korean as my first and goodness. I had Chinese, Korean, Hebrew was third, and then I think Russian was fourth. And they were like, "Oh, you're in Hebrew." I was like, "Okay, cool. It's the least on my list." I would have been mad if I had to do Spanish because everybody in Texas speaks Spanish.
Right. That's the one language I don't speak. And I speak German. I speak, of course, any of the Nordic languages.
That's kind of cool. Did y'all speak that in the house?
We did.
How many of those Nordic languages do you speak?
Well, they're so similar and close, so you can interchange some of it.
Oh, so it's just like a dialect?
There'll be a little bit more than that, but it's pretty similar in there.
Well, when we meet, I would definitely like to brush up on my Nordic. I have 0 right now. I would like to learn a little bit. But if you were to start talking right now, I'd probably brain dump 99.999% of it because I'm sleepy.
Well, if you do linguist stuff, you catch on to stuff real quick.
I don't do it anymore. My job is truck driving. I drive buses. Say good morning in Hebrew. Boker Tov. and I say good night, that's Laila Tov. Just the way it works is it's similar to. Now I'm trying to think how you talk in Spanish. No, it's not similar to Spanish. It's like Arabic. They say things like wizards, and they do it backwards without using it or is or was or stuff like that. Instead of saying you are wonderful, they say you wonderful. Or if they're trying to say good morning, they say morning good. It's backwards. Right. Hello. Good to see you, Pookie. And Jessica Martin. I'm guessing these are a lot of people that follow you. I know Brenda some.
Yeah.
I've seen Pookie a lot.
Hi, guys. Forgive me, I'm not looking at the comments. Oh, Brenda's 100% Norwegian. There you go. That's. I thought that I was 100% Swedish, but I took the Ancestry.com thing. My mom was really big on it, and so I finally did it, and I found out it's like 81% Swedish, 17% Norwegian, and then it's like 4% Icelandic.
That's so cool.
So it's kind of.
Ooh, I could add a lot of yellow right now. Yes, I think I'll do that. No. Let me correct you, Brenda. Jesus spoke Aramaic. He didn't. I don't think he spoke. Well, he might have spoken Arabic, but I think back then it was mainly Aramaic. Hey, Linda. Good to see you. I was actually going to call you this morning, but I actually forgot to do a lot of things this morning. Well, pray for you. No, you're good. Thanks, Pookie. Pookie says, Jared, that is beautiful. I appreciate that. I was working on this one for 7 hours last night. And I am still working on it. I'll probably be working on this for another few hours today. I really want to see what that owl looks like, though.
Oh, you want an update?
Yes. Let's see it. Oh, dude, he looks like he's getting hit with the hypnotizer thing. I love that.
Well, I always do my darker colors first.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to be.
And then play around with. I'll add silver and white, so he can look like his cousin over here. I don't ever try to make two exactly whatever, but I want them in the same family kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear that. Okay, let's get some more.
Well, yeah, that's going to work out.
Hold up. Okay, so blessings. Oh, I think someone asked if your painting was from your dream.
Yeah, I had a dream of owls. I dream every night. I'm pretty close to every night, and I keep a dream journal. I'm really specific on dreams. I've been doing that for years now. I teach a lot of dream classes, dream interpretation, that kind of fun stuff. And I started painting my dreams about 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, roughly. And that's been a new thing. I've had little things here and there that I've kept up with, but this is new where I'm taking it to a whole thing. But I like to have fun with. Some of my art's very serious, and whatever, but some of it I like it to be a little bit more fun and that kind of thing. Because by nature, I'm a very serious person.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to have things that are, not always so serious, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then also I'm teaching my kids, and my wife paints. My wife is a detail painter.
I'd like to be
Scarlett,
her work too.
but yeah, I mean, each of us are different to our own thing. And I was just at Hobby Lobby this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I just missed out on their sale of paint. It ended Sunday or Saturday. And
use the 40% coupon on their.
no,
Yeah, you forgot, didn't you?
I just picked up some canvases. I went between there and then I went between there and Michael's for canvases today and loaded up and that kind of deal. But I usually do. This is just a different thing. Here's the one with oops. Here's the one with the five prophets emerging out of the darkness. I usually have, I don't know, darker or that kind of subject matter. And I wish you could see this in person because it's very 3D, and you'll see that each person is at different lengths. And so it really, the picture really pops when you see it in person. It has a cool effect to it. And I really like doing this one. Then I have, you've seen the Angel of Fire. And I gotta see where some of the rest is. Here, let me, there's some of, you can see the bottoms of, the gates I haven't sent it yet, shipped it. And I have the lanterns over there. And then the fire angels just behind the logo. And that did not do good. Sweet.
Yes. I think I like painting with you a little bit better than painting with Darren, just because whenever he paints, I feel real pressure to start painting faster.
He paints very fast.
I'm not going to say he's like Bob Ross because Bob Ross had a lot more details, but he paints so fast.
He likes very, very abstract things.
He does.
And I like that. I like Darren's art. Some of it's very different than anything I do. But it's
good colors.
Yeah, he likes to go bright and some of that jazz. So I'm not a bright painter. That's just, you're not going to find me painting stuff that's bright. At least not. I did one when I did that cross. I think I showed that one to you. And my wife's like, that one's not going up. It's too bright.
What? So she likes dark paintings too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we both have that Pacific Northwest thing in us where we both like it dark and gloomy. And I mean, if it was my way,
you probably like a painting like this from me.
That is pretty cool. If it was my way, it would be snowing all the time and cold. I just really, really, really like cold weather.
Cold is disgusting, but that's just my opinion. I'm a skinny boy.
I mean, everybody has their own
different opinion,
own thing.
I like being able to play tennis year round. That's why I like the heat.
Oh, okay, I understand that.
I like being outside. Whenever I'm not inside, or whenever I'm not outside, I'm probably painting. Someone made a comment that they like oranges and yellows and stuff. Oh. So I'm just gonna bring up one of my past works. I do bright paintings often. I love color. So this is one of the few, or actually it's one of the many, with very vibrant colors that I painted. And I'm probably about 90% of my work, because slowly I'm actually gravitating towards using photo references for colors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But 90% of my work is creative. And this is one that was completely creative. I just made it up. And I was like, yeah, let's paint the sky. So I painted in this entire section with just blue paint. And this was a palette knife painting. So there's no blending that goes together. It's you put it on, you pick it up, you pick up the paint, you put it down. And then that's it. So it's real thick. It's got a lot of nice textures. This one's completely dry. But one technique that I didn't use palette knife paint textures with was the water. One of my favorite things is to paint water in waterfalls. I'm going to give y'all a little secret, and I will not be explaining this later. So what you do is you take like a 1-inch or a 2-inch brush, and the paint has to be wet. So you have to drag the paint down or drag it to the side, and it looks like clear water because you paint or you drag whatever paint's there, and it looks like it's clear because you're just pulling the paint down. You just paint what's behind there first, and then you just drag it. That's it. It's that simple. You just pull it across gently or pull it straight down gently. It's that easy. So there's your free lesson for the day on how to paint waterfalls or just water. So you can paint the rocks underneath or the hills and mountains and stuff behind it. I did that one. Oh goodness, I'm trying to remember who. I don't remember who I did it with, but one of the people that I gave a painting or sold the painting to, that's where I figured out that technique on. You saw people in this? Well, we'll have to discuss that later. I've seen that comment a couple times.
On your piece?
Yeah, and
so when I first saw it, it looked like 3 people, like I don't know, like angelic beings, that kind of stuff.
When I was stepping back from it, it kind of does look like that. But at another angle, it almost looks like a hand is gripping this entire lake.
Oh, I see that.
I noticed that when I was as high as a kite from lack of sleep last night. This was like a thumb, and then these ones like the other fingers. It was really interesting, and I just love water. I was having a fun time with this. Still having a fun time. I'm gonna try to catch up on comments. This is really neat. I haven't ever considered painting dreams. Dream almost every night too. What a great idea! Yeah, no, it's fun. Lucas does it much more consistently than I do, and he does it on purpose. I've done it several times on accident, or without realizing I was doing it. I've only done it once on purpose. Most of the time, I just make things up. Hi, Kirsten. Good to see you. Thanks for joining.
Hey, Kirsten. Hey,
I guess
Poopy.
this is a friend of yours.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Forgive me, y'all. I'm not watching comments. I'm focusing on layering white right now on silver.
Okay, on the bright painting. Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about, Pookie. It's the top right corner, I think, is what you're talking about. Hi, it's tight. Yeah, I don't really have a filter. So I'll be I'll just talk the way I do. Hope y'all aren't offended by what I say, but it's whatever comes out, comes out. I'm not going to be cursing or anything, but I do have a certain way of talking. It messes with a lot of the people at our church, though. Would love to know the story of the gates. That's a you question, Lucas.
Oh, on that one in particular, I had a dream of old gates, and it was like on a old stone building, kind of like the stone that I have behind me on the wall. And the gates were like the old like English doors where they have the arch above, and in the arch it had the wrought iron work, but what I saw in the dream was the wrought iron had turned into a living form and was constantly moving, and then the gates had been so worn that it was a mixture of color of paint and everything. And so the Lord was showing me in that dream, it was talking about old gates opening that had been forgotten. So that's where that comes from.
That's super cool.
I'll give an update here in a second of where I'm at.
I think I'm just going to cut it off right here, and then maybe put a tree right here. Big tree. Ooh. Yeah, we're doing. Yep. That's what we're doing. We're doing it like that.
There's the update now on the owl.
I love those eyes.
I'm painting slower than I normally do. It's a little bit different painting at the desk.
Are you used to painting at an easel?
No. Well, I have an artist desk, and I usually
Oh.
sit at that. But I thought it just worked best with the camera this way, and that stuff. So, okay. What do I want to do? Oh,
I
interesting.
don't know if Miles Kilby is still watching, but I'm actually planning on going. Oh shoot! Wait, cut off that. But I was actually planning on going over to Georgia sometime, like in the September when they have Tracy Cook over there.
I'm gonna be there the week before that preaching. I'm doing the Saturday, Sunday with Miles and Josh.
Looks like I'm gonna have to take another weekend of leave, or sneak out. One of the two. Probably just take another week of leave, or another day of leave. Come visit because I want to see that. Actually, just want to meet you in person too. That's another selfish reason.
That's cool. We'll do it. It's such a weird thing with traveling right now.
You tell.
And it's oh, don't do that. Oh, it's kind of going. Okay. Sorry, do you talk to yourself when you paint?
Always.
Yeah, I think it just gives better conversations.
Yes. Self-conversations.
What was I gonna say? Oh, that's a good idea. I listen to a lot of music when I paint. So usually the room is rocking out to something. And I'll listen to a mix of stuff. I love listening to soundtracks. And I love listening to what did Brenda say? This way Lucas can cheat. What? What am I doing, Brenda? How am I cheating here? All right.
Yep. Everybody thinks out loud. Well, they paint or something. No, she just thinks out loud all the time. Touche. Oh, you made the comment earlier, or she made the comment earlier that she doesn't have a filter either.
Oh.
But that makes sense. I guess you could call that thinking out loud.
This is true.
All right, let's get a little surface right here. Shadows.
Okay, what's your favorite colors in painting? I see you do a lot of blues.
I actually like yellow a lot. I like so that painting that I had before has a lot of color that I like, but at the same time I did not like how I did the painting just because it blended together too much. So
Okay.
this kind of stuff, I love this kind of color. Bright colors, pure colors.
Right.
I don't like dulled down colors too much. Now, I do see beauty in them, but I don't like them particularly. I like pure color,
Okay.
vibrant. So this kind of color is right up my alley.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh. And this one has a lot of texture. This one was fun. I'm either gonna put this one up for sale for super cheap for someone on the stream or something, or maybe I'll like put it up in the gallery that I got accepted into.
Yeah, that's exciting news, man.
I'm super excited for that. I think I told you about how that happened, didn't I?
Yeah, you sent me a message on that.
What did I? Do you remember what I said about it?
I don't remember all, to be honest.
Okay, I'll just explain it to the people then. It was a God thing, 100%. So I was painting at church with one of my easels on an 8x10 and just painting a beach scene. I was using a reference photo this time just to kind of get the color scheme.
Right.
And after church ended, this artist walks up to me. I'd never seen him before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone's calling you out on cheating again.
What? How in the world am I cheating? Oh, because I'm not showing. Okay, here, look. This is where I'm at now.
Oh, okay. Here's how you're cheating.
You're not painting in front of. Okay. Here we go.
But we can't see what you're doing. Okay, now we can. See, this is why I sit right here. I sit sideways and I kind of paint sideways for the broadcast.
Yeah.
I used to paint straight on, but now it's just like I'm so used to painting sideways because of that. Just want people to see what I'm doing. That's hilarious. You're getting
I'm getting
heckled. I almost feel bad for you.
You don't.
No.
That's weird.
I find it hilarious.
Okay, now I like it.
Oh shoot! I've got so many paintings. I think I've got about 45, and I'm actually honestly running out of space to put them. So I'm thinking about just selling a bunch of them on like almost a clearance. Some of my older works on the clearance, basically. So if anybody wants to take a look at that, I'll do a broadcast later today. If y'all would like to tell your friends, I'll keep it at like $200 and just leave it at that. I'll take a bunch of my creative works and just put them on display and just number them and be like, okay, if y'all like a certain number, you can let me know. First come, first serve. Because some of them need to give. once I get back into my, never mind. That'll be a conversation for another time. Here we go. So I'm just going to give an example for y'all on how to actually do the water technique I was telling y'all about. I'm just going to kind of paint little rocks in, or shapes of rocks. They're just dark forms. That's all they are. I'm just painting shadows and making sure they have a little bit of crimson in them, because shadows are red.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have kind of like a river right here, and it's going to be flowing down to here and turning into a waterfall, but you can't really see the waterfall. Bummer. Grandma gets special privileges? No.
Wow. There you go.
My grandma doesn't even get special privileges. Well, it depends on what you're asking. I have no idea what you mean, special privileges. I usually treat people pretty similar across the board. Unless, of course, it's my wife. Then I don't get a say. She's the only one that actually gets special privileges.
She wrote "grr."
Oh, yeah?
Wow. So there it is. That's the love right there.
Oh, painting? Yeah, my wife is the... You know what? No, she didn't even get special privileges. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. I actually... She tries to make me paint all sorts of things, and I'm like... I just do this.
Nope.
No. Just like that. And she gets upset. She's like, paint me a cow. And I'm like, I don't like painting cows. She didn't like that comment at all. Here I am with Darren Canning. I paint a steer. Next painting I painted was a cow. Nice face. I was born with this face. Thanks.
Hmm.
Here we go. So, you know what? Y'all probably can't even see this, so I'm gonna shorten out the camera real quick so y'all can see the whole thing. Turn it sideways. Oh, gotta turn it even more sideways. Did your wife get the No. 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 She didn't even get the cow. That's funny. However, don't tell her this, but I will probably end up giving her the cow, because the composition was exactly what she wanted, and I didn't do it on purpose either. God thing. Teach Lucas not to cheat. I can't do that.
You know what I'm having problem with is mixing paint right now, Brenda. What's going on? I can't find the color I used for the eyes last time.
Oh, man. You know what? I should probably hold a workshop for fun. Well, no, not even for fun. I should probably charge maybe $20 for it and have a whole bunch of people come on so that they can actually ask me questions without me having to read the questions. That'd be 30 times easier.
There you go.
Almost like an interactive live. Boy, howdy, there you go. Give her the cow. Dadgummit, where are you from, Pookie? You from Texas too? Or are you from Australia? Oh, okay, so I've got all my shadows painted on here. So, like Lucas does, I like to paint dark to light. Northern California. Northern California, okay, yeah. So like Reading or Monterey, where, or maybe even San Jose or Sacramento. Those are just areas that I either want to go to or I've been. I was stationed in Monterey for about a year, and that was paradise. It was expensive as crap living there, but it was like just the weather year round. Oh my gosh. Oh, nice. It's like 70 degrees all year. No, not even. It's like 68, which is perfect. You can do athletics. If it hits 70, all the locals are like, it's hot. And I'm just being from Texas, I'm like, what? It's nice. What are you talking about? They complained it was like a desert when we went up to Sacramento with our tennis team. And they were like, it's so hot, it's like a desert. And I'm like, oh, it's like I'm home again. Placerville, okay. 45 minutes from Tahoe. I don't know where Tahoe is, but I have an rough idea of where Placerville is. Cold is best. No. You and Lucas can agree on that one.
Cold is best. Come on, see that? There's Grandma right there.
Hey Sheila, good to see you. Sacramento is the desert. Oh, I didn't know it was actually a desert.
Is it really?
Yeah, I guess it actually is a desert. Okay, Lake Tahoe is in the mountains.
Yeah.
California, in the mountains by Sacramento. Okay, that clears things up. Yeah, I failed in geography in high school, so that makes sense. I'm getting a lesson. So, now that I've got all my shadows in, I'm just going to start adding in all the lights. In this case, I'm just going to be using like very, very dark greens and blues, but because it's so dark already on the canvas, it'll show up really bright right here, even though y'all probably can't really see it too much. Out of curiosity, Lucas, have you seen Tim Hawkins before?
Like the comedian?
Yeah.
A very long time ago.
Okay, so it probably wasn't one of your favorites.
No, it's not that. I think he's amazing, gifted, that kind of stuff. I just I can't say that I've watched him a bunch or whatever.
I got you. There was this certain skit he did about Minnesotans and how they're just creepy nice. And I just always die laughing whenever I hear it. It's about how they're just scary nice, how you can't be that nice. And he goes on to talk about where their evil side comes out, and it's when they're on the boat and you're on a tube. And I would actually have to disagree with him. I'd say anybody in control of that boat, when they're pulling someone on a tube, immediately becomes evil. Because then you want to shut them off. Because that's what I do. That's what my dad did to me and my brothers when we were on being pulled behind the tube. He'd do donuts. It'd be a blast. Neighbors to Minnesota. That'd be your. Where do you live, Brenda? Are you in Wisconsin or something? Or Massachusetts? Watch those two places be completely far away from Minnesota. I have no idea. Okay, so right here, let's get in some greens. edge, yeah. Right here, and then oh goodness, a paragraph. It's a valley. We are near Coloma, where they discovered gold. My grandparents both sides. I'm guessing that's Erie. From Kansas and Missouri. Northern California. Yes, that's Californians. Northern Californians have, will kind of have that county flava to our speech. I don't know what flava means. Lucas, do you know what flava means?
What are we talking about?
It's the bottom left word or bottom right. Third word.
Sure. No, I don't know.
I've never heard of that before. Country flava. Okay, I just misread. Never mind. I understand. It's almost like a twang. I was really confused. So I've got all my brightest colors, or my brightest brights, going on over here. So whenever you're in the foreground, you want your darkest darks and your brightest bright, or brightest lights. However, the moon is an exception. I always keep that obnoxiously bright. Let's see. Oh goodness, there's so many. Flavor.
That's where we're at right now.
What is Lucas painting? He's painting an owl. I'm not going back to school. No.
Been there, done that, done. All right, no. Just getting there. It's funny. Here's the other guy. They're in the same family, but they're very different.
It's like the top one had a couple more mice than the other one.
Yeah. Well, it is a bigger painting.
Oh, is that right? What size is the first one versus the other? So it looks like an 11 by 14 and an 8 by 10.
Yeah.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
The person that wanted these,
Mhm.
they wanted for their one wanted for their kids thing. So
Yeah.
But the goal is to have 4 of them. We need to look at this one a little bit more.
Oh, so you can have like what is it called?
Yeah. Hey, Sarah. You know what? I need to call Scarlett.
You gonna bring her in to paint?
She won't, but
You should do it. Ooh.
now this all depends if she has her phone on her.
Ooh. Yes. Oh, it's got too much purple. That'd be awesome if she comes out and paints. That's a fun time. The more the merrier. I love it when people just gather and start painting together.
We always sit and critique each other's work.
Constructive criticism?
Sometimes just criticism, but
Sounds like my family.
no, I think sometimes it's good to. I usually don't care what people think of my pictures.
Mhm.
I do care what she does because she has a real eye for a lot of stuff, and I think she's just brilliant. But we'll see.
Hold up. Someone's still trying to teach me a geography lesson. I'm going to have to stop that real quick. No!
Okay, how much different?
I prefer your original, but I like them both.
You prefer the original?
I love them both, but the original is like different.
How different? It's
He
more
looks
scraggly.
crazier.
Yeah. Well, the whole goal is to do a scene thing where, it's a mix of them. Where, ask Mom. Can you ask Mom to come down?
Is it not? There's a flipping hair here. Oh, sorry.
What are we doing?
Where North Dakota is. I just didn't know that's where you were from.
It's North Dakota. Come on, man.
The only thing I know about North Dakota, it might be South Dakota, but I think it's North Dakota. The only thing I know about that is Minot Air Force Base. We have a little phrase called "why not," and it's said like "why not Minot." Nobody wants to go to Minot or to Minot because it's always Arctic. But at the same time, I'm sure that the painting scenery would be amazing. I would probably get a kick off of coming there just for that. Like, I love painting mountains and rivers and lakes. But I'm also right next to the ocean, which is even better because I love water. One day I may come on with you. That'd be cool. Oh, so Sheila has actually been posting her work and selling it almost immediately after finishing it. It's awesome. Freezing is the. I think Lucas would appreciate this comment.
What?
Says why? I told her about the comments that the military members make. We say why not, why not? She says freezing is the reason. Freezing is the reason. No.
She said if you really need her, she'll come down.
Can you do me a favor? Be
Sure.
very careful. Get her thoughts real quick.
Wait, is your wife dangerous about asking critique or something?
No, she's upstairs with a little guy.
Oh, okay. So that's why you might be careful.
Yeah.
So right now I'm mixing up a green, and I'm trying to make it as dark as possible. I'm even mixing in a little bit of crimson with it so that I can keep it more towards the dull side because it's a pale green that you see at night. It's kind of like a... you keep them towards the yellow tones at night. That's how light works,
Hold
typically.
them up.
Either that or pale blues. And I like the greens a little bit better. So this painting is dedicated just to experiment on that, and also the customer's going to love it.
Oh, I get what's going on.
What? What's that?
That one's more finer.
Mhm.
That one's more rough. I was painting fast enough. See, this is the problem. You messed with me, Jared.
What did I do?
I paint fast, and
paint
this
fast?
one I painted slow. So when I sit and I'm looking at these as a set, this
You
is my
can-
fast
you can roll
version.
it. Let's see it. Okay.
This fast version, slow version is much more refined.
So you don't like the refined?
I do like the refined. It's gonna work because you put them together. It's the family portrait kind of thing.
Yeah. Did you cut out?
No. I'm looking at it. I'm sorry. No, it's gonna work in the thing because yeah, it'll work. Can you put that? All right. What time do we got? Crazy time. It's
We got
3:30.
about 30 minutes.
All right. Need to brighten up his eyes.
Do it.
That's the problem.
I heard a kitty.
Yeah, come here. Let's see.
Love kitties.
She comes and paints with me. Oh, come here, sweetheart. Can you lift the?
It's a calico.
She's a long-haired calico.
I used to have a long-haired calico when I was in high school. She was a munchkin. She had the biggest attitude, but she was the sweetest little cat. I don't know if that makes sense. She's got a lot of sass. That's what it was.
Push the screen down towards me a little bit.
Fluffy.
Yeah, she's a long-haired. She comes with me in the studio all the time. In fact, a lot of times she's on the broadcast. She'll talk sometimes on the broadcast if you listen.
I heard it earlier. She was protesting when you picked her up.
That was Scarlett. Scarlett's in here.
So you have two cats? No, that's your daughter, isn't it?
Yeah, daughter Scarlett. We do have two cats. Ronan, he's a big guy. He's like twice the size of her. He's a really big cat.
What is he, a Maine Coon?
Part Maine Coon. We had a Maine Coon before him. We absolutely loved him.
That's awesome.
But we rescued both of these.
The first cat I had, his name was Tigger. He was 17 years old when he finally just ran away and died.
I can't find the orange that I had in the other one.
He was a tabby. We got him from my grandma's litter. She had two cats with two litters.
Yeah.
I picked the most whiny little turd bucket I could find. And I was like, I like this one. And I picked him up and he immediately stopped whining. Hey, Mom. My mom's on here.
Your mom's on here.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Yes, we're talking about Tigger. Tigger is the fatty. He's actually a big cat. He wasn't really fat. Well, he was fat. He had a little bit of a belly, probably because he ate all sorts of birds. He was like the alpha cat in the neighborhood. Hey, well, 1 second.
That's better.
What do you mean, like, go figure, Jared? That I would have just a simple
Better, isn't it?
a simple name for the cat, or like I don't understand that. You're gonna have to use more details than just 2 words. Ooh, feral cats. Ooh, I think Lucas would like that comment.
What? Oh. Oh, no.
No.
We wanted another Maine Coon. It was just the price tag for a Maine Coon was not in the thing. Can you hold these up again?
Oh, the wildcat liked me? No, he wasn't a wildcat. It was one of my grandma's cats.
Where did I get that phone?
Yeah, it was.
White.
My grandma had 2 cats, and one of them was a tabby. One was a solid black cat.
Hold
I
on.
chose the tabby, or the tabby's son, basically.
No,
And he wouldn't stop whining and crying, but I picked him. He immediately shut up. He was the best cat I've had. or actually all the cats I've had were really good. They were treated with a lot of love. They got all sorts of pets, and they just became very, very good cats in general. When you treat animals with love, they kind of conform to that. It doesn't matter how long, or it doesn't really matter that they resist it. Eventually, they will conform to love. Sheila actually does rescues. I forgot about that. She always tells me about that. But she does rescues often. Cat rescues or animal rescues like dogs and cats and stuff. It's difficult.
That's a little bit.
I tried doing a rescue animal once. Am I prophesying today? No, I was just painting. No, I was just painting, Mom. That was the plan, just to paint. Especially considering I had a lack of sleep, as you know, Mom. Let's see, we got another comment. Whoa! We got a visitor from Australia. That's so cool.
Oh, Leanne? She's awesome. She comes on the broadcast. Hello, hello, hello.
That's one of the countries I want to visit the most. Is Australia because of the animals. I love animals. And on top of that, I watched a lot of Crocodile Hunter, so. And I got a buddy of mine who's an artist up there who's just insane. Like, I don't know how he's not world renowned already. He's just that good.
Better. It's a little bit more crazy, yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
That's
So
better.
does
Yeah, because that's a lot.
does Scarlett have any paintings to show?
I don't know if I can talk her into it.
Please. Drop bears here.
Huh?
I'll get the bird.
Go get me the bird. We did a little exercise with the kids the other day in birds. And she did hers in like 10 minutes.
And everybody else took 3.5 hours.
She did this in 10 minutes and just flew. And I was the next one done maybe at about 30. And then, but, okay. I haven't signed it, but here it is.
Is it done?
I had to freak the eyes out a little bit more. Before it was too warm, it felt too Thanksgiving. So I'm trying to give it that popcorn touch of, cartoonish a little bit. And that made it better.
Mom, Lucas is in Conroe. You can literally just drive up and see him.
I don't live in Conroe, actually.
Never mind.
I'm north of Conroe.
Never mind. I stand corrected.
I'm not far from there, but that's where our post office box is.
Sorry, that was a little bit
I want to
nosy.
keep it a little bit more. You want to come over and here? Okay, I have a question for you.
Hmm?
Let me find this real quick.
Man, Brenda, you are talking some smack today.
Wow, that's love right there.
That's
Grandma love right
Grandma
there.
Hickley's what I'm going to call you now.
Okay, brushes.
Yeah.
I have a pet peeve with brushes, and I have some brushes that rock and some that I could throw against the wall.
Okay, so what kind of brushes are you using?
This is one of my favorites right now. I just picked this one up.
That looks like synthetic.
Yeah. It's a fine touch. It's not professional grade, but it's the next one up to the professional. I guess I just need to do it and buy professional brushes, don't I?
So let's see. You said you buy professional grade brushes, or the next
No,
one?
I said I probably need to step up and just do it.
I mean, I don't use. Well, actually, I can't even say I don't use professional grade brushes because I do. But yes, yes, good. I would recommend it. Like I've been using crappy brushes and canvases and paints like Hobby Lobby. Found out recently it's bottom of the barrel stuff. I was like, I like it. It works. But
I like their Master's Touch paint. I used it.
But I found out from a mentor, because where I'm at, I've not necessarily plateaued on skills, but he was saying that I'm gonna get to that comment later. I haven't necessarily plateaued on skills. I'm constantly improving, but he says to amplify your skills, buy professional grade paint and brushes and canvases. And he recommended that I use Centurion instead of the Hobby Lobby stuff. And right now I'm using Hobby Lobby stuff. But once I go through all my Hobby Lobby stuff, I'm just going to start ordering the professional stuff. Drop bears in Australian joke to visitors.
Okay. Let me see if I can get the other one.
Okay, let me read this out. Drop bears is an Australian joke to visitors. Look up the Scottish reporter and drop bear in Australia on the internet. Okay, that's a Australian inside joke that I just don't get, because we got black bears here and I want to shoot them, but because I'm on a military installation, I can't do that. That's the closest thing I can think of to drop bears. Do y'all not have bears in Australia?
You know, okay.
Or
If we're looking at these and you do it like that would be the parent, that would be the kid. That kind of works.
nope, they didn't like that comment.
For those crazy.
What paints do we use? Right now, Master's Touch.
I like this one.
Just the Hobby Lobby stuff.
Why do you like that one more now?
Both are a blessing to us. The Lord multiply blessings on you both and your households. Amen. I appreciate that. Okay.
Well, you like the nose, or did I not like the nose?
I like the nose.
Man, you are just on it. Huh.
Huh?
Look at the comment.
Is Brenda?
Half coming soon.
You know, Sheila asks, what paints do you both use? I'm use a mix of things. I do. It depends on what I'm doing. I do like the Master's Touch stuff. It's good for just, doing quick kind of paintings out there, that kind of stuff. But I agree with you. I think there is a thing where you sometimes got to pony up and just get the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at right now, because my mentor said, hey, go ahead and use the other stuff because it makes your paints glow on the canvas. And the canvases help, like the professional stuff. So I'm going to start doing that here once I run out of all these canvases, which will be pretty quickly because I've been painting really fast. Catch you on the next, Jared and Lucas. Awesome.
Bye.
Picture is coming alive to me. It's getting there. I'll be working on this for several hours later today. Plan is set in motion. So, do you like painting really fast, or do you are you seeing some benefit to painting slower? Or
Depends on what I'm doing. I don't know. Like with these, I think I like painting a little bit faster. When I'm doing like the Five Prophets, or if I'm doing Fire Angel, that stuff,
Mhm.
I have to really think what I'm doing because it's so much more detailed.
I'd really like to see those paintings in person. That'd be cool.
But it's like, I mean, you put in like, how many hours do you have in on that painting right now?
Almost 8 or almost 9. But most of my paintings don't take this long.
I probably have, in the Prophets one, the 5 emerging prophets, that took me
Ooh, what did I do?
gosh, how long did that take me? Probably about 7 or 8 hours.
Oh, so you did take your time on that one.
I did take my time. It was very time intensive.
I'll bet
The longest one was the Fire Angel. That took a very long time to do. I'll pull that down. I'll get that by me. See, the one thing that I hate with camera is like, you can't see this detail. But like on this, you can see it a little bit. Okay, so I have it really close up, just on part of it. There's so much more color dynamics into it.
Mhm.
And then you can kind of get an idea of dimension with, now I see it because my eyes know it. But they're at different places. And that took a long time to figure out.
You mean depth?
Yeah, different depth. It took a long time to get whatever. Let's see. This one here. This is the angel with fire. This took a long time to figure out. And there's probably 35, 40 layers on this.
I can see why.
Because to get it to hit the right way together, and then, see, I wish it was more high def. Because if you're looking in here, there's a face, and you can see the, like, arching like a ballerina. And actually, before I drew the ballerina out here, and if you look subtly on it, you can actually see the dress going out. You can see it when you're real close on it, and you see the colors. But again, the camera's dark here, so it doesn't show it as vibrant as it is. And then, yeah. That's the fun thing with cameras versus in person. And that jazz. The one thing that I'm not good at is drawing faces.
Faces are not easy to paint. They're easier to draw.
Like, I'm playing with this one right now. This is just a first rough for me to go over him with. So this is just the background, and then I'll start layering on this and give detail. But it took me forever to get different ideas. And I got to change things up on him. And that's from another dream. Okay, I'm really liking this now. Yes, this will work. It's got that crazy look. That's what I was going for. See, now, as I'm doing it, and let me see the other one real quick. and this will work for what I'm doing. I'll do this as the kid that's a little bit more scruffed up, and then the parent that's a little bit more refined. Oh, I see something I did too.
You kind of outlined it with brown on the other one.
Oh, this one with brown?
Yeah, it looks like you. Well, just from my perspective, I can't tell what colors you use because it's dark. But it looks like you outlined that one more than you outlined the other one.
Well, I went finer in paint. It's actually heavier outlined on the one we did today. But it's because I did finer paint, it went over my outline heavier. But and then I goof around. So I have a tradition. I'm gonna give you these to put up.
Moving around is the best.
I have a tradition because I have paint left over. There's my my paint tray. So now I have to use what I have to start playing for my next painting.
Ah, that's actually efficient.
Well, and then
That's called,
also
dropping paintings.
well, but it also sets it, preps it for your next one.
Yes,
Let me do. Let me have another 11 by 4.
that's really smart. It's efficient. It's what my art teacher or my former art teacher taught or did. She would do that a lot. Okay, now to actually break out a brush. Somebody's laughing. I want to laugh. What's funny?
Okay, now I'm gonna pull a U. Let me
Do
get
it.
my.
Ah,
I have. I just don't.
I have that one too.
Let me get my smaller one.
Just I wouldn't use that one specifically for painting though.
This one I'm gonna use instead today. I have a
You're
different.
gonna use the mixer. Okay. This painting is a 24 by 36 Sheila. Palette knives are fun. They're really good for thick paint.
Okay, and again.
So right now,
And when you do that,
yeah,
so awesome when you spray the back of the painting.
yeah,
I can feel it through here, but it's not like super wet. Man, it makes such a huge difference. You know what? I'm not going to be able to do this. My paint dried too much.
oh no,
That's no bueno.
Zilotto, that is not good.
Talk to Mom about dinner. She wants Mexican. Talk to Mom. See what she wants. Hey, ask Mom if she would come down for a second.
Really good.
Oh, actually, we're about to end here. Yep. I gotta clean up. They're leaving. Okay.
Y'all are heading out for the day or something?
We are gonna watch Shark Week.
Oh yeah,
That's like a tradition with our family.
a Levine tradition.
Yeah. We'll watch Shark Week, and then this week I'm on heavy with broadcasts. I start tomorrow at 12, and then 2, and then 8, and then Wednesday I have another one, and then in the mornings I do with our churches overseas, and then Thursday do the same thing, and then I got 2 on Thursday night, and then Friday get going again. So, man, you've really gotten a lot of detail down there.
Getting at it. I actually haven't done too much. I just took a big brush and blocked everything in, so that I can take a smaller one and just kind of fine tune everything.
Okay, so you're painting. I use the clear plastic one. What do you use for putting your paints on for your painting board?
This?
Yeah,
Your palette?
yeah. What do you use for your palette?
Just
Oh, you
the
got.
Hobby Lobby one. I would use the clear plastic one, but they didn't have those. It's like
You know,
everybody's going on a freaking rampage. Oh,
it was nuts.
COVID's
There was,
here. Time to paint.
yeah.
I
Well,
went
you know what it
through
is
them, I'm
around
like,
here is all the homeschoolers. So many people are keeping their kids home. So we did that. We went out and bought tons of stuff today, and it was really cool. Here's a tip for people who want to be budget conscious: go to Ross. Ross actually has painting canvases that are like level 2, and you can get them way cheaper than you could at the paint stores.
like Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, no, they have. I personally think that Michaels has better ones than Hobby Lobby, unless you're buying the higher grade ones. But Ross has the nicer ones like you would find in real paint shops, and that kind of stuff. The only thing is,
Go ahead.
huh?
I was gonna say Windsor & Newton's actually professional grade.
Is it?
Mhm. Yeah.
But I really, I mean, I got a 7-pack of 12 by 16s today for like $9 at Ross.
You said 12-pack
Yeah, 7-pack of 12 by 16s.
for how much? $12?
No, for
$10?
$8.
$8. That's way cheaper than Hobby Lobby.
Oh heck yeah! And Hobby Lobby's cheap. I love Hobby Lobby. Support Hobby Lobby. I actually prefer them above all. But they just had really, they get really good stuff in there. Now their paintbrushes are nothing to write home about, but
No, their paintbrushes are kind of boo-boo.
yeah, that's just for like kids and if they're gonna play around at home and that kind of stuff. But actually another thing saving money is get their art notebooks for drawing at Ross. You'll save big time money. You'll spend $20, $25 for the same book at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. So, but that depends if they have them. It's a hit and a miss.
Yeah.
So whenever I drop by Ross or whatever, I'll stop in and be like, hey, do I see it? If I see it, great, I grab it. If it's not there, oh well. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
We do painting. We did birds the other day. You saw violets. I should. I'll have to. Isabella, my youngest daughter, she did a penguin that's super cute. I think I put them online the other night. And then we're gonna do cats. We're doing cartoon characters of cats this week. And then we're doing sharks as well for Shark Week.
Sharks?
And so, yeah. So, and then we're going to work on dinosaurs for my little guy's room. And we're going to do the painting for his room.
That's awesome.
And have some fun on doing that. And so we're doing different animals. There's a really good book, and I don't have it right here by me, but a really, really good book on drawing. That I picked up and I'm teaching kids with. And then with the homeschool stuff, we're doing a thing with Thomas Kincaid, who teaches how to paint for the kids.
He's awesome.
And it was like $25 at the homeschool store for a whole semester of stuff. That's right, Tracy. Magnus is awesome. He's precious. He's my buddy. He's so funny. I don't know where my phone went. Last night, he thought it was a big joy to jump between the couches. That's his new thing. And he's having lots of fun.
Here we go.
It is a Nordic name. It was the first Viking king of Sweden. That's what Magnus is.
I'll just give y'all a real quick recap on what's going on right here.
That is cool.
I'm gonna try to get it without glare because it doesn't really show all the colors that are wrapped up in this thing. There's a lot. I really like how those 3 rock faces turned out.
They're very cool.
So much fun. Then we got the little purple ones right here.
What would be your dream painting to do?
Oh goodness, what do you mean? Like
Is there
competition?
like for me, I have a dream painting I want to do, but I need to. I'm not sure that I'm ready to do it because I figures with drawing people I can do them, but not that great. But I want to do Elijah dancing around the altar, calling down fire. That's my dream painting, but I want a really big version of it.
A really big.
I want to put that.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I never thought about a dream painting. I thought of dream skills to have, like very, very realistic paintings. I'm getting there, but I am not there yet. I have a very imaginative, creative style of art. Sure, it's very defined and looks semi-real, but it has a cartoonish taste.
I think yours is ethereal. When I look at some of your stuff, it's like very sci-fi, which I love. I mean, I'm a huge sci-fi fan, and but it has that, like when I'm looking at your picture there, I feel like I'm in space, looking at like a orbiting planet somewhere out in the cosmos, and then you see the moon back there.
It's not a white horse.
It's not a white horse. I love it.
Oh, paint Jesus on a white horse. Okay.
Oh.
I was like, that's definitely not a white horse.
No.
I know my paintings can be interpreted as different things, but not a white horse. All right. I would have to say, skill-wise, I would want mine to look almost equivalent to a photograph, just to have those skills, but also keep this kind of hint of just me and my creativity. Ooh, that
sure.
Here, blocking that actually shows you the colors. What the heck? Here, let me just do this, because this is actually, for whatever reason, taking away the glare. So you can actually see the colors. That's weird. I'm just going to leave one finger. Sorry, you get to see the back of my finger. Different rock faces, and it's literally just kind of... So I'm going to teach you a little something about depth before you dip out, Lucas. I know it's a little over time, but... So whenever you want to paint with depth, you start from the furthest thing away. In my case, that was the sky, with the like the dark part of the sky. Not even the clouds. It was the darkest part of the sky. You know layering. You know how that works.
Yeah.
So whenever you put something in front of it, it looks farther away. So I put clouds in front of the sky, which was just white. And then I put this guy right up here. That was kind of a spur of the moment thing. But then I went to the water, or not the water, but the mountains right here. And then I did the water and painted around it, which pushed the mountains even further back. And then I painted these guys, which were further behind here, kind of went in almost a reverse order, and then painted further in with the water and pushed them back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I painted the trees all along the shoreline. And I worked my way over to this rock face right here in the foreground, with the river starting here, wrapping around this little kind of, we'll just call it a rock face.
Right.
And it wraps around the rock face, comes into a little waterfall right here, and then goes around down, follows gravity, and will eventually go around this rock face and hit a waterfall. or maybe just follow a stream. But one way or the other, if you place one thing in front of the other, it gives it even more depth. And the more layers you have, the more depth you give it. That was hands down, just by watching Bob Ross paint, I learned how to paint with greater depth because I kind of figured it out on my own. He didn't really explain it, but I just watched what he was doing. So it does help to watch other painters paint.
Yeah.
You pick up all sorts of different things. Camera. Flip this around again. Nope, don't want to leave. Flip it around, upside down. There we go. All right. Push that there. Oh, well, that's basically it in a nutshell.
I love it.
Tracy Hicks. The Lord showed me something once a person in the desert. Once of a person in the desert. I can't give too much detail. Got to keep it under wraps until I can find someone to paint it. Well, that'd be a blast and a half to paint. It's just like painting sand dunes in the beach here. Matter of fact, I've got one sand dune painting right here that I could show you, Tracy. I'm wearing the paint now.
My hands are always covered in paint after I do this stuff, but I love it. That's amazing.
This one was fun. It looks real. Borderline real. Now, I can see kind of what my mentor was saying about the paints and how it doesn't glow. It's because of the quality in the top right corner. Just how dark the paint is and the texture. It's just different. But you can still make art out of nothing. Out of the low quality stuff. But that's a sand dune picture. I was just showing Tracy. We have all sorts of sand dunes here in Florida. All right. Do y'all have any further questions? Okay, Jared, I'm going to message you. All right. Do y'all have any further questions while we're on the last second? We've already gone a little bit over time.
This has been fun, Jared. Thank you for having me.
It was a blast.
Sorry it took so long to do this, but we'll do this again big time.
Yes. I want to eventually get like 2 to 3 or maybe even 4 or 5 of us artists on here at once and just go crazy.
There you go.
Gigantor painting session. Just have fun. Way to cut loose and actually socialize because I know everybody's busy.
There you go. I love it.
And just bond over the gifts that God has given us with painting.
Yeah. I love it.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast for the day. If we don't have any further questions.
Bye, everybody.
Cool. Love y'all, guys. If y'all have any further questions or comments, just shoot me an inbox or something. Or leave a comment down below. Love y'all. Bye.